Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Bear and Fred, and what we're here to demonstrate today is Bear's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Now Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. And that leaves the left hand free to give any correction, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on his harness, and that's a reminder to him that whatever he's doing is not right, and we will give a verbal correction at the same time that we give a little tug on his harness. Now if you notice, he is sitting beautifully at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience is done, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Bear heel. Now at this point, Bear has a job to do, and that is to walk nicely next to Fred's left leg, not forging ahead, and each time that Fred stops his feet, Bear has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. And this makes walking your dog, especially in the city, a pleasure because he's focused more on you than what's going on around him. And if you notice, he was looking right up at Fred, waiting for the next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. Fred uses his left open palm on the one-word command to stay. Now this sit-stay exercise you can practice right in your house, and you can see how much Bear's enjoying doing his obedience. You're going to start out at about a 30-second long sit-stay and work up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him. This is an additional distraction, all the way back around to where they started at heel, and then they take off walking again. And this heel exercise is so nice because you don't have a dog that's dragging you down the street. You're not more tired when you get back from a walk because you've been trying to control him. He's right there with you. And each time that you stop, if you're crossing traffic or talking to a neighbor, he sits automatically without being told and waits for you to tell him what to do next. And Fred left him in another sit-stay. And he is just the cutest, smartest little guy. He really is. Now this time, instead of Fred returning back to him, we're going to demonstrate the come on command. We use his name, we use a happy voice, and it's Bear come, and he comes and sits right in front of you, and no jumping up on you. And then he goes back to heel and back sitting, and we will demonstrate that come on command again. Again, your nice automatic sits. So because Bear is now so well behaved, you're going to be able to take him places. His housebreaking is going great. Fred leaves him in another sit-stay. Look at him, he's like a little soldier sitting there. And now Fred's going to call him. And he comes right in front and sits. And then he goes back to heel. Good job, Bear. Now the next exercises that we're going to be setting up for are your down commands, and these are more exercises that you can practice right in your house. The first one is a down from a heel position. So with the dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and use the one-word command to down and stay. Your long down stay, when you're practicing at home, you're going to start out at about a minute and work all the way up to 5 minutes. And he's holding those stays very, very well. This time when Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him just as he did on the sit-stay. Bear should remain lying there until Fred returns to heel and gives him another command. And we'll demonstrate that again for you. And then of course you will get a lesson tomorrow so that we make sure that Bear's doing everything for you at home. He's going to be super excited to see you, I know. Now first of all, make sure your dog is sitting And then you put him into the down and stay. Always have him sitting before you attempt to put him into a down. And this time Fred will call him out of that down. There you go. He's so cute. He goes back to heel and back sitting. Very, very good. Now the last exercise that we're going to be demonstrating for you is going to be his down from a distance. And that's a little bit harder because you're not right next to the dog when you give the command. So you're going to have him in a sit and a stay. And then you're going to turn to face him and walk a couple feet out from him. And then Fred's going to drop him into a down using his right hand. Yeah. There you go. That was his down from a distance. So we've now demonstrated for you all of Bear's formal obedience commands. We've enjoyed having him. He's quite, he's lovely. He's a nice little dog. He's done a great job with his training. If you have any questions regarding any of your training after he gets home, please feel free to call us. Have you have happy holiday, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.